It's going to be very interesting if you're just now joining us here on Facebook or the NewsNationNow.com website. I am Aaron Nolan, joined by Ashleigh Banfield. Ashleigh is starting a brand new show right here on News Nation called Banfield, and she's going to take this Larry King approach and go in depth with folks. Maybe it's political, maybe it's musical, maybe it's actors. So now comes the point where I get to ask you. You get one person to interview right now, living or dead. Who is it?
Oh, Marjorie Taylor Greene. If it's today, it's Marjorie
Okay.
Taylor Greene. I want to know what makes her tick. I want to know why she said the things that she said in the past, why she recants them today. I think I know, but I want to hear it from her. I think we've all made our assumptions about the backdoor conversations and the pressure everyone's under to politic out of this. But I want to know why Marjorie feels the way she does. And I know a lot of people who are watching right now, Aaron, will say, well, how could you possibly put someone like that on the air? I think we all need to know why people feel the way they do rather than judging them right away and writing them off.
So I think this is an interesting point because as you look at the mission of News Nation, if you don't know about News Nation, we're on WGN America, we're unbiased newscasts. How do you make an interview that is so partisan into unbiased and fitting inside that News Nation box?
Not everyone will be happy with the interview that is on that night.
Yeah.
And then when they come on the next night, someone else will make you happy if you were unhappy the night before. But I also think that it is key in the tone of voice that you choose when you ask your questions. There's a difference between saying, why would you do that? And why would you do that? Why would you do that?
Yeah.
There's two different questions from two different people. One is assailing the guest, and the other is beseeching. And I think that might be where you would be as a viewer. You might sit in my chair and ask, how did you arrive at that position, Ms. Taylor Greene? I am so curious. I maybe don't agree with you, but I'm dying to know how you got there and why you feel this way.
All right, so how excited are you on this endeavor to have your name on a brand new network? How exciting is it for you?
Yeah, it's amazing. I mean, clearly I'm going to say the platitude, oh, I can't wait, and I'm
Well,
so
I mean, I knew
thrilled,
what you were going to say, but I still had to ask the question. I mean, you know a lot of things people are going to say. You still ask the question.
You know what I'm most thrilled about? I'm most thrilled about bringing something that's old that is new again. I was a Larry King devotee, and bless his soul, I think this is such a grave loss for us. Larry's voice was pivotal for so many people in journalism and just viewers alike. I hope I can do him justice. I hope I can do this format justice. I think I can because I've just been doing it in shorter form for so long, desperately wishing that I didn't have to go to break. And now I don't have to. So that's where I'm excited. I'm excited to not fit a 20-pound sausage into a 5-pound case.
Okay, I didn't think sausage would come up during this time, but
Have you
okay,
ever
I'll take it.
thought of the sausage making of television?
I have not. I thought about maybe the cupcake making of
People.
television.
It is crazy. I mean, I think that viewers, when I was working at CNN, viewers used to come and walk through the CNN newsroom and they would just be wide-eyed at the craziness. It's not like any other office, right? What we do is so different. But I called it the sausage making because sometimes it's just not pretty. It's crazy, and we just have to get that. Like, that train's coming at us. We don't get to pause if we're not ready. You know, we got to go to air with what we got. And so that's why I call it sausage making.
So you mentioned CNN, and you have been on what is News Nation's competition. When you heard the news that News Nation was going to start this unbiased newscast, and we do that from 8 to 11 East, 7 to 10 here in the Central, what was that mindset? What was that thought process when you heard that somebody is going to not tell you how to think about a story?
I think two words. Thank God. First and foremost, I'm a news junkie.
Yeah.
I have the news on in every room in my house. I have a television in every room of my house, and often they're all on at the same time. It's crazy. But I am very frustrated at night, mostly at night, when I see these echo chambers just rattling about and coming to no resolution for me, the viewer. Remember me? I don't want to be in your echo chamber. I just want to know what's happening. And I want to know it from someone who's not going to sneer while they're saying it or denigrate another side. We are all Americans. And if we were all put in the same room together talking about our kids, or giving blood for the Red Cross. That's my plug. I'm on a board of the Red Cross, so please give blood, or give money. I think we would all say exactly the same thing, exactly the same way, and we'd all really get along.
How needed is it in this environment?
Oh dear God, it's everything. I think that we have been jamming Doritos and Pepsi into our veins and
Are
loving
you
every
hungry?
minute
You've
of
been
it.
making a lot of food jokes
I
here.
know, right? I know. I think we've been doing news Doritos and Pepsi for 15 years, 20 actually, and we're starting to feel it, and we need a cleanse, and we know that wow, my skin looks bad. We need to clean up, and I think this network is that news cleanse. It is the thing that we all need to exhale and watch, because we need the facts, we need the information, and dear God, we just don't need someone sneering away with false bravado.
All right, let's wrap up with Ashleigh here as we're talking about expansion on News Nation. What would be the one interview for you that would make you fan out? That would be very difficult for you to sit here in this chair and go,
I
who said
can't
it?
speak.
Like Phil Mickelson. I would, I don't know if I could talk
I
around
talked
Phil
to
Mickelson
him.
for
I
me.
talked to him
Harry Connick
years
Jr.'s
ago.
a musician.
By the way, I didn't enjoy my conversation with Phil Mickelson.
You didn't?
No, it was in Texas. He blew me off. He was not very nice. And I was just asking for an autograph for a kid.
I have an autograph from Masters from Phil, and he was great to my wife who
Maybe
got
he
it.
likes you better.
Just saying. All right, so what is that? What is that one interview that you would fan out over?
So this is going to sound so trite. The Queen. Gosh.
Okay.
And here's why. I don't understand how someone can live that life for so long without breaking. I mean, every one of her other scion has broken in some way or another, and she has not. And I don't know whether it's the old adage of being ladylike, or whether it is just the importance of royalty, or whether it was those who came before her who did actually put the House of Windsor, in jeopardy. But it's just that woman, and that marriage, and those children, and that life, and that isolation, and that bizarreness of living something that's so not natural, and yet doing it with aplomb and perfection, and somehow saving a dynasty that should have been gone so long ago. I think she's really fascinating in the weirdest way.
One statement to get people to understand what you're building here at News Nation with Banfield.
Exhale and really learn something about people you think you know already, because I guarantee you there's a lot more to Marjorie Taylor Greene than I think we're seeing in a lot of these banners and headlines. And there's a lot more to Nancy Pelosi than you see when she's at the podium. And I want to know what makes these people tick. How'd they get there? And maybe I can learn something and be a better person because
I'm sure
of their
you will.
success.
Ashleigh Banfield, thank you so much. Banfield starts right here on News Nation, March the 1st. Are you ready?
I
You
think
guys
so.
have been meeting all day. Are you ready now?
Frankly, I'm never ready, but that's
There
what
you
makes
go.
things great.
All right. If you want to learn more about News Nation, check out our website. It is newsnationnow.com. She's Ashleigh. I'm Aaron Nolan. Have a great afternoon.
Thanks, Aaron.